going on, party people? Back to some more Babymonochrome action. This is a round 4 losers bracket match between Ice and F-00.
Well, still alive it seems, but I won't miss this chance to make mincemeat of you.
And yeah, this should make for a pretty good match here. So Ice was seen, I think Ice is one of the favorites going into this tournament, and had tough round 1 match against Acros and finding themselves here in the losers bracket, while F-00 fell to Chaos in, I think, round 1, might have been round 2, and is now trying to work their way out of the losers bracket as well. But one of these two players will be eliminated after this match, so there you go. Sick custom avatar from Ice as well. So Ice bringing a pretty standard looking sand team here with a Mindfu, a Hippo, of course, a Diglett, a Ghastly, I almost called that thing a Gengar, a Ghastly, and a Staryu, as well as a Ferroseed. Definitely looking to set up hazards there. Do you wonder what moveset that thing is running? If you're running a Hippo as well, maybe Hippo's got rocks, and that maybe frees up a move slot for Ferroseed, or maybe Ferroseed is the full-on hazard stacker on this team, and maybe this Hippo's looking to maybe do something else, maybe run a support move or something like that. I think Hippo gets knockoff, so yeah. F-00 on the other hand, and I must say, I think it was mentioned in a video I covered, a match that featured F-00, talking about how they make their own teams, and I gotta give a big shout out to F-00 for that, because we've seen so many of the same teams just getting rehashed over and over again in this tournament, which is fair, because they're good teams, you know, people use them for a reason. But I must say, I got a lot of appreciation for the old team builder who just toughs it out and tries to come up with something creative. And as you can see, F-00 bringing a very creative team to this match here. Honestly, a little bit of normal spam here. You got a Porygon, of course. To go with an Axew as well, probably looking to set up an SD or a DD. A Munchlax. I think this is the first time we've seen Munchlax in this tournament. I had an IRL buddy of mine asking, like, hey, is Munchlax, like, ever used in this thing? And I'm like, I don't know, but I guess so. So there you go. A Drifloon, a Babymonochrome, an Napalm, and a Diglett, of course, just a bit of a glue Pokemon here, maybe to trap some stuff. Yeah, real creative looking team here. Gotta give a big shout out to F-00 for packing the heat in this one. Let's get into it here. So Staryu lead from Ice and a Munchlax lead from F-00. Okay, switching into Hippo here. This Munchlax just goes for a return. Big 40%, not bad. Setting up Stealth Rocks. Okay, so there you go. It makes you wonder what this Ferroseed is running, considering that, yeah, this Hippo has Stealth Rocks. So, I don't know, it's probably like, you know, Spikes, maybe T-Wave, and maybe 2 support moves. We'll have to wait and see here. Slack off from the Hippo as Munchlax is spamming return here. I think Hippo's going to come out on top here, barring a crit. F-00 gets out of there, switching the Porygon on the slack off. Yeah, hopefully this thing doesn't get toxic by the Hippo. Clicks try attack, no hacks. And this Hippo's got Whirlwind after all, which is a good support move to have in this scenario here. Diglett coming in, setting up Stealth Rocks. Hippo just slacks off again here. Gotta keep track of how many slacks off that thing's gonna be using too. Porygon comes right back in here. Take an Earthquake. Ooh, that's a 2-hit KO. And is able to outspeed and click recover there. Oh, and a big crit. Okay, Porygon goes down. That's unfortunate. In comes Drifloon here. Fires off a Will-O-Wisp on the Hippo as it just clicks Whirlwind. Yeah, it's a good play. Hippo coming out here on the Whirlwind turn. Can take a burned Earthquake. Not doing too much anymore. And return damage plus burn damage looks like to be adding up here. F-00 opts to go back into Drifloon here on the slack off turn. This Hippo's just been sitting in here the whole battle so far here. Reveals Shadow Ball. Hippo just scouting, clicks slack off just to see what F-00 wanted to click here. Maybe looking for a drop. But it appears F-00 is having a bit of a tough time breaking through this Hippo. Oh, there's a Calm Mind. Okay, that will help. Ooh, but a big Whirlwind. Okay. Diglett coming back out here. Clicks to Earthquake, and Hippo's just going to slack that off. Wow, I mean, again, you just got to watch the PP on slack off there. Only got 9 left. Another big crit. That's going to help deal with that burn there. And Hippo just going to slack off again. Obviously, Diglett doesn't have any kind of HP recovery here. So Ice probably just looking to get into good range and then finish this thing off with an Earthquake of their own. Maybe on this coming turn here, barring a crit. There it is, yep. So Ice seems pretty comfortable with Hippo being at that level of HP. This Hippo's gotten so much value though already. Apom coming out here. Fury Swipes with a crit is, ooh, maybe not gonna kill. Maybe after burn. Oh, click Slack off, never mind. Hippo able to just sit on this thing. What a machine, honestly. It's likely a defensive Hippo, just able just to eat hits. And again, Slack off PP, you just gotta watch that. There's only 4 left here, but again, this Hippo has single-handedly put a big dent in F-Zero's team. You really need a couple crits, honestly, at this point on the Fury Swipes. Yeah, I mean, F-Zero just doesn't have a good way to break through this Hippo. That's unfortunate. You know, and that's... yeah, I don't know. There's no shortage of good water types in this tier, too. That could maybe have dealt with this thing, so... yeah, Hippo slacking off again. How many, what are we down to now? 2? Yeah, 2 left. Clicking it again. Yeah, I mean... F-Zero's just kind of back on the wall here. Not really too much you can do. Here's the last one. Hippo probably looking to click Earthquake on this turn. Using the Fury Swipes. There's 1 crit. We need a few of those, though, in succession. Yeah, there's the Earthquake. Ooh, it doesn't quite get the kill, but Sand gets there. And Hippo's going to probably drop to a Shadow Ball here. Oh, maybe this goes for the Hail Mary Calm Mind. Ooh, there's the Whirlwind. Nice play. Ice knowing that was definitely a possibility. In comes the Axew here. Setting up a DD. Oh, and Hippo sees that coming too, so there you go. I mean, there's just so much that F-Zero has to break through here. Just sacks the Hippo at this point, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, pick your Pokemon to clean up with at this point. Diglett, Pokemon of choice here, clicks Earthquake. This thing has a rock move, it's probably looking to click it on the Drifloon here. Oh no, never mind, it does the rocks. Totally forgot about that. In comes the Axew. A Memento would be a good click here if you have it. No clicks. Oh, Earthquake gets the job done. Never mind. Makes me think that that Axew was likely not a Violite, but Hippo, man. I know Hippo ended up falling in the end there, but that thing put in some work. What an unreal game 1. Just Hippo, just getting done. Not much to say. Yeah, let's get into game 2. Alright, here we go. Game 2, F-Zero versus Ice here. And man, F-Zero bringing the heat again. Doubling down on the normal spam, instead bringing 5 normal type Pokemon to this match. Just making sure that this Glameow is a normal type. I always think this thing's a dark type, but it's, yeah. This is quite the team, I must say. I mean, first time I think we've seen Glameow in this tournament. Second time we've seen Munchlax, so F-Zero really doubling down on the normal types, which is a little bit unfortunate because Ice has brought a Ghost type in Ghastly, a Steel type in Pawniard, and a Mind Food that also threatens all of those normal types without a Ghost type on F-Zero's side of the field. So just on team preview alone, it's looking like, honestly, we might end up in a similar situation as the last game. Not so much with the Hippo, but just like, how are you going to break through this with the normal spam, right? And again, I got a lot of respect for F-Zero for making their own teams, but with Ghastly being such a prevalent Pokemon too, you really have to have a way to like deal with that, and maybe they do. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, they were packing the Shadow Ball and the Drifloon last time. Maybe we see some coverage that can help deal with this Ghastly. Maybe a random choice Scarfer in here that can help with some speed control too. Yeah, so quite the team from F-Zero there. I got a Mind Food to help kind of glue things together here too. Ice, on the other hand, bringing Hail. So, I mean, on top of the Ghastly and the Pawniard mentioned before, you got a Volibee, Snover, another Staryu bring. Maybe we'll see a Staryu lead again here, and Mind Food. So, it was, in all likelihood, we'll probably see a Mind Food lead here. Seems to be a pretty common lead when you're running Mind Food. Yeah, let's get into it. This is quite. I'm happy to see F-00 bring the Chinchou as well. I don't think I went through the whole team there, but yeah, as the Apom, Glameow again, first time seeing that here. Munchlax, Mindfu, and Porygon here. So let's get into it here. Staryu lead from Ice. There you go again, and Mindfu lead from F-00. Just U-turns out of there into Porygon. Tracy's natural cure there. Oh, that is a great play because now you can switch out and get rid of that paralysis. Fortunately, Flick's Toxic on the Pawner coming in, maybe expecting something else. Mindfu switching in here on the Pawner. That's a big hit. That could be choice banded. No, just kidding. That is doesn't take the Sucker Punch. Now I do wonder what was the item on that Mindfu that it didn't take that Iron Head well at all. Maybe it's a choice Scarfed Mindfu. And we wouldn't have any way of finding out because this Pawniard clicked Sucker Punch right after, so tough to say. Munchlax coming out here, threatening an Earthquake. Staryu switching in here. Clicks it, does 38%. That's a 2-hit KO, but you gotta not get Scald Burn, which it doesn't. Able to follow up with Return here. So we got a 5-5 match here. Mindfu switching out here. Clicks the high jump kick, just gets the job done right away. In comes Apom. Let's fake it on Ghastly, and that's again, Ghastly's got that normal immunity. Big Sludge Bomb on the Apom, gets the poison. And there's the Shadow Ball coverage in the back, but yeah, we've got a 4-4 game here. Snover setting up the Hail here. Clicks Protect, just racks up a little bit more poison damage, but Poison plus Hail should get the job done on the Apom here, as it does. In comes Glameow. Volby switching in here for Ice. Take the Fake Out, we'll get a Weak Armor boost here. Could be outspeeding. Yeah, clicks Brave Bird. Ooh, just flat knocks that thing out. I do wonder what item that thing was running. Probably not a Violet, I would think. Chinchou coming out here. Tail Slap should get the job done. Yep. Yeah, that's doing quite a bit of damage there. Get some Hail Chip. Pawniard switching out here, threatening a Sucker Punch. Porygon comes out. Oh, clicks Iron Head instead. Okay. In comes Snover on the Recover turn. It'll be interesting to see what coverage move his Porygon's running. Gets the Toxic off on it, and we see a Toxic off on the Snover. Okay. How many moves have we seen from this thing here? Toxic Recover. We haven't seen any moves yet. Attacking moves, anyways. My cat brought me a hair tie to throw for him. There you go. And I didn't even see the last move because I was busy throwing the hair tie. I knew that happened. Okay, so you get Toxic on the Porygon, Toxic on Snover there. This damn cat. Clicks Blizzard there. And there's an Ice Beam revealed. So that's looking like the best way to hit the Snover. Maybe this thing is running Charge Beam, last move, or T-Bolt or something. Clicks Recover. It's running Bolt Beam, perhaps. Another Blizzard. Porygon needs to recover here, but Toxic damage is adding up. For both Pokemon, actually. Yep. Blizzard getting the job done there, and Snover is gonna not die to Toxic. In comes Chinchou. Locks into Aqua Tail. I'm thinking this thing might be choiced of some variety. We're gonna click Aqua Tail there. In comes Pawniard. Oh, Sucker Punch crit. Yeah, that would do it. However, I mean, what have we seen from this Mindfu? I mean, Fake Out. You're most definitely taking an Aqua Tail there, right? Assuming that was a choice Chinchou of some sort. I wasn't paying too much attention to some of the speed matchups earlier on. Maybe Banded, maybe Scarfed, but either way, I'm thinking that was a choice Minchino just from the Aqua Tail click there. But Ice getting it done here. Moving on to round 5 of Loser's Bracket. Well, F-00 unfortunately out of the tournament here. That's a shame. I must say I'm going to miss some of these teams. Just the creativity with the team building. Really do have a lot of respect for that. But Ice, yeah, getting it done pretty commandingly. I mean, pretty close game too, but that game 1 was... That was just a hippo clinic. You know, that was a pretty wild game. Yeah, anyways, be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. Stay tuned for more Babymonochrome action. And thanks for watching. Peace.
The evil forces will never get their hands on this belt. I'll keep winning.